Welcome, Tony Picklesimer, who is the mayor of our town of Chelsea that we love. Thank you so much for joining me in a conversation today.
Well, thank you, Genny, for the invitation. Always a pleasure to see you, and even if it's now remote, but always a pleasure to be a part of your show.
Well, thank you so much for everything you do for our city. And, how are you holding up right now through all of this? How is the city holding up?
Well, Genny, personally, I'm doing fine. My family's all healthy. We've been able to through social distancing and staying away from everybody, we've been able to stay healthy. My staff here at City Hall, I'm running on a limited staff here at City Hall, and we're all very cognizant of the protocols to try to keep each other safe, not using each other's phones, using the sanitizers and disinfectants by the gallon. So I felt like it was important to keep City Hall open during this time. As you know, most of our city facilities are closed. Our community centers closed. Our libraries still open, but operating on curbside service only. All of our parks and such are closed. So, but I felt like it was important to keep City Hall open and keep this avenue of information available to and a place where people could call and if they had questions. Or so I felt like that was important. We're all doing good. My parents, we're having to keep them basically quarantined because of some underlying medical issues that they have, but we're all doing good, getting through it.
Well, that's good. So and it's not surprising that you've kept the city open. I mean, that's kind of who you are. You're going to be working in the best interest, just what I've seen from you. So what do our citizens need? What are the feedback that you've been hearing?
Well, basically, pretty much at the beginning of this, I went to our citizens in a live video and asked our folks to not only take care of themselves, but to also I encouraged everyone to find someone down the street that might need some help getting through this, be it a senior citizen or perhaps somebody that has a medical issue that couldn't get out. And we've had a tremendous response to that. Our citizens have stepped up and we have neighbors taking care of neighbors. I always try to look at the bright side of things like this, Genny, and I believe one of the real benefits, the long-lasting benefits that we will come out of this with, is we're going to learn how to be neighbors again. And in this era of social media, we're all in contact, but we never see each other and we never talk to each other.
Right.
So I believe that will be one of the benefits of this. We will not only take advantage of the opportunity to talk to and help our neighbors. I think we're going to all appreciate it a little more. I can't wait to put my arm around somebody. I'm a very touchy-feely person, and so I'm going to look when we do go back to what the new normal will be. I'm going to look forward to that, and I think our Chelsea residents will too.
I think there are so many things that are going to come, and I'm excited to see what they're going to be.
Yeah, there will be some good come out of this, and but we're just going to have to look for it.
Well, that's true. So we've got over 200 confirmed cases in Shelby County. Do we know how many of those are in Chelsea?
I only have 6 confirmed cases in Shelby County and Chelsea. 6 confirmed, 1 hospitalization, and 0 fatalities. But Gene, let me clarify that I don't get reports from the state or reports from the county, but I'm basically going off of what information that I get through Chelsea Fire and Rescue.
Okay. All right. So I'm taking it
and churches and stuff. I've gotten some of those 6 have been reported to me through pastors. One of the things I did right at the start was we all got introduced to Zoom and having meetings on Zoom. And one of the things I did early on was set up a Zoom meeting with as many of the local pastors as I could get into the meeting, and it was amazing how they responded. I think there were 14 in our first meeting, and opened up that line of communication that they could tell me what they need, or notify me if they had parishioners that got the virus.
Well, I know Pastor James Davis there praying at one of your meetings. So
yeah,
I'm proud.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I think the world of James.
He is. He's great.
Yeah.
So I know that we don't have any certainty about when we can open back up. But what are you hearing from small businesses in Chelsea?
The original governor's shelter-in-place order had an end date of April 17th. I know at least some portions of that were extended through the 30th, but I have heard that there are some businesses that are planning on reopening on Saturday the 18th. I don't know which ones exactly, and or what business types. I know that a couple of retail stores are talking about opening and maintaining the distancing, and just like Walmart and Publix, the bigger stores now, they're limiting the number of customers that can be in at one time, and it seems to be working. And so I'm very cognizant of the threat and the fear of the coronavirus, but I also think that I think we're smart enough to use the new techniques that we've been taught through this, of how to keep people apart, and at least start some of our commerce back up here in the city of Chelsea, but maintaining the safety of everybody that's involved.
Well, I agree with you. Real estate has not slowed down at all, especially our Chelsea home sales. Many of the houses that I've been putting on the market have sold within a day or two. So people are still looking. I showed 16 houses yesterday. And
showed 16 houses yesterday?
I did, yes.
Wow.
So it's amazing that 16 are available because we have such a shortage of houses. But I've noticed last week people were at home, and the roads had no traffic. Yesterday there was traffic. People are tired. They're ready to get back to work. They're ready to get back to leaving their house. And I don't know where they were going. It seems like Home Depot, because you can't even get into the parking lots at any Home Depot. There's no social distancing at Home Depot.
Well, when I look at the city of Chelsea's revenue stream, our February numbers were not affected. We had a very strong February. We won't get indications about March until sometime around the 20th or something like that. But I know our restaurants have suffered greatly. I don't know if people realize a normal month for the city of Chelsea in restaurant sales is about $2 million. So I expect that number to be down 75%.
Wow.
So that's a lot of revenue generation. But I also am hearing that Walmart and Publix and Winn-Dixie are all at record levels. So the city of, I say that just to say the city of Chelsea will be fine. We're a very healthy city fiscally. We run our budget always with surpluses, and we have a very healthy amount of savings. The city of Chelsea is going to be fine. I am worried about our small businesses, and I don't expect a huge impact on the city's revenue from this, because even though there's going to be a big loss in the restaurant sales, that there are some other areas, such as we've talked about, that are doing well, and some of them even at records.
Well, and I can see that panic buying, people rushing to Publix and rushing to Walmart. And I probably spent more money at the grocery store. Winn-Dixie is doing well because I've been there every day.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to really support Joseph's Table, and I've done giveaways for dinner there, gotten dinner myself. So, Station 31, and if you live in the city of Chelsea, please order takeout from these restaurants and keep them going and show your love and support and share their menus, because they really need us and we need them. You know, every time I talk to you, Tony, I'm talking about food.
No, well, I had Dirty D's from Station 31 last night. That's my favorite nighttime dish for sure. It's not on the lunch menu, but yeah, we've tried to do a couple of takeouts a week, just for the principle. We need to support our local businesses, and I've made the statement in a couple other interviews. I'm not going to drive across the mountain and spend a single dollar that I don't absolutely have zero opportunity to spend here.
Right.
We need to support our businesses. If it's from getting a home improvement project done that we've been putting off, or anything, we need to spend our money here. We need to buy, if we're going to get food. Now, if we're not going to cook, we need to let one of our Chelsea restaurants fix our dinner for us. It's and that's another thing that I think we will take from this long term, is we will learn to appreciate all of the businesses that we have here. And the Walmarts and the Publix and the Winn-Dixie, those big corporations, we can't do without them.
Exactly.
But they're not the heart of our economy. The heart of our economy is small business, and realtors like yourself, you guys and girls, y'all bring so much to the city. So we need to keep our business local whenever we can.
I have had one Chelsea transaction not closed. I had a seller that lost her job, and she wasn't able to finish the closing. So I do pray for the people that have been furloughed and lost their jobs, and hopefully when this economy gets opened again, that people can go back to work. Is there anything that we can do to support you, support the city? Any need that you've heard of that we can help with?
There's really not. From a city standpoint, we're going to be fine. We're already talking about, with the possibility of reopening in May, we're talking about how to get our youth league baseball and softball back going pretty quick, and see if we can still have a summer season with that. City of Chelsea's fine. All I want our other Chelsea residents to do is to support your local businesses, and restaurants, of course, but not just restaurants. Just spend your money here, if you can. That's the best thing we can do to help our neighbors, and be sure that there's not somebody 3 or 4 houses down from you that you haven't seen in a couple of weeks. Go down and knock on the door. One of the most enlightening things, and just really has made me feel good in my own neighborhood of Chelsea Park, is how many families I see out walking, riding their bicycles, riding their golf carts, and daddies that are usually working 50 hours a week that have now been working from home. They're spending time with their kids. I hope they've enjoyed that. I know homeschool. I have 5 grandchildren, so my 2 daughters-in-law are homeschoolers, home teachers now. So I know that's a real challenge, but I hope there's some good come from that too. That parents being involved in their kids' education, and I know this family time has been good for some.
It really has. I've been grateful for it. I had it on my vision board in January, to spend more time with my kids, and they've been home because their colleges were canceled. So yay.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's good when the kids get grown and they quit being kids and start being friends. It's a great thing.
It is. It's wonderful. I love them. So, well, thank you so much for being here. And, if you need anything at all, please reach out. I want it to always give back to our community. And yes, you heard Tony say, our small businesses, Chelsea Tire, they're still working. They know how to wipe your cars down. They know how to take care of you. You know, all of the dollars that we're spending on a daily basis, let's spend it right here.
That's true.
So,
I got one other thing I'd like to mention if I could.
please.
Census 2020. We got the numbers from Shelby County yesterday, and Chelsea was in third place.
Wow.
That's not good. That's not good.
I did mine.
We're always first. We're always first, and we're third. We had 2 cities that were ahead of us in census response.
Ooh.
We need to get going on census. You know, Chelsea Counts it's a big thing. Genny, it really is a big thing. It affects our infrastructure dollars for schools, for roads, all those things. We're in danger of losing a congressional seat. If
online, right?
Oh, it's all online. And if for some reason you haven't received the mailer, with the mailer comes a code. Then you go on the website. It takes 2 minutes to fill it out. It's very simple. If you haven't received the mailer now, you need to contact Jerry Roberts here at City Hall and let's figure out why. But because Cindy and I have already received 2. Of course, we did it as soon as we received our first one. But it's a 5-minute process total. It's just a matter of awareness and how important it is. We need to get on the census, and Chelsea needs to be. In 2010 census, we were in like 89% response, and which was number 1 in the county, and that's where we belong. And we're in the mid 60s now. A couple of cities are just a couple of points ahead of us. If we just have one big push, we can get back in front where we belong.
Okay, so I can help with that. I can help with awareness.
You go, girl. We need you.
Okay.
We need you. Census 2020.
You just put me to work. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this opportunity.
Well, thank you for coming on and really supporting our city and working hard for us. We really
Good
appreciate it.
to see you.
You too.